Hi guys, John Florez again, and here's another Helen Reddy story. One I've never told anyone before, let alone posted to you guys. In fact, only the people involved with the session know these stories. Okay, so it's kind of special. It's not exactly breaking news from 40 years ago, but you might be interested, so here goes. I've told you in the past that I treasured my relationship with the song pluggers in Los Angeles. A handful of them were amongst my best friends in the business, and a couple of them brought me tunes for Helen that were just sensational. One of them had previously been released a couple years prior by a pop R&B group called The Moments, and the tune was entitled I Don't Want to Go. And I had the same background singers, the lady background singers that I used on Let Me Be Your Woman, and they sang on I Don't Want to Go, and you should have heard it. I mean, the rhythm track was gorgeous, the background vocals were gorgeous, and the chorus sounds like this. I don't want to go, but I can't stay here no more. I don't want to go, but it's just not like before. Oh my goodness. So Darnell and I had rehearsed Helen around the piano in her den at her house, and it just sounded terrific, and we got the rhythm tracks done and the background vocals on, the orchestra done, and I've told you before in the previous clip that I couldn't get Helen to relax in the studio, and I wasn't relaxed either, and I should have taken her to her home studio and just left her alone to do her thing, but I didn't. So here we are at Village Recorders, and she sings the verses of I Don't Want to Go just beautifully, just like she did Let Me Be Your Woman. Unfortunately, when she hit the chorus, she wanted to sing out some more, and the track, just like Let Me Be Your Woman, wasn't designed to do that. The rest of the track didn't escalate very much. So Helen ended up going, I don't want to go, but I can't stay here no more. Okay, had she sung it like the verses, I think that we had a really stellar record out of that one. And that particular pinched sound, which is is something that is optional for her. Sometimes she decided to do that and sometimes she didn't. Here's a picture of John and me back in the day. Johnny Mathis says, oh, you're working with Helen Reddy? She makes that interesting sound. Well, the sound he's talking about is and I don't want to go does not sound, it'd be hard to, I can't. Do you hear the difference? Can't stay here no more. So I was hoping with final vocals that we could take it more in the direction where it was softly sung and the nasality was out of it, but I was fired from the project before that could happen, and again, rightfully so, because I couldn't get her to relax and things weren't going very well. Okay, I want to play you just a bit of the Moments record, the prior record on I Don't Want to Go. And you can do something that's kind of fun. When I was a rookie producer, I wanted to learn how to pick songs that would suit my singers. So I would have to envision them singing somebody else's demo that was in front of me. And it took a while to learn how to accurately do that. So you get to do that right now. Here's a bit of the Moments singing the chorus to I Don't Want to Go, and just imagine Helen singing it with the same timbre and the same kind of laid-back style that the Moments are using. Okay, here you go.
I don't want to go, but I can't stay here no more. I don't want to go, but I just ain't like before. I don't want you to love me, and oh, how I wish I loved you like I did. Honey, you know I did. Did we turn away just when we saw it coming?
Well, the second tune was a tune called Hungry. It was written by Ron Miller and Kenny Hirsch, and they're famous writers, and it's one of the most outstanding songs I have ever been shown by a song plugger. It's a song of a man and a woman having trouble in their marriage, and they're both seeking outside partners in the meantime because they were feeling hungry. Now, if you want to be really jaded, you could say horny, but that's not correct. hungry for love and affection, and just like it was before. See the I Don't Want to Go song by the Moments? It's the same kind of message. So here's this beautiful song by Ron Miller and Kenny Hirsch, and the verse goes, was I wrong, trying to ease the pain while you were gone? It keeps going, and I'm going to play you a little bit of the artist Charlene, who recorded it and sang it in exactly the style I wanted Helen to sing it in. Okay, it's very sweet, accessible, warm, intimate, and here's a little sample of that.
Was I wrong, trying to ease the pain while you were gone? I shed some lies, making love. I never closed my eyes, knowing that they didn't care, and hating you 'cause I was there and hungry. My sin was being lonely. Why put me down when I was only hungry? So hungry. I needed, I wanted, and I pretended they were you. I tried to ease the pain of being alone. They were you. Can't close my eyes with someone like you. Don't you know?
So here we are back with Helen's date, and we're in the studio, and we've done the rhythm tracks. We've got the three lady black background singers and the orchestra on, and we've rehearsed this beautifully around the piano. But again, Helen decided that she wanted to sing out on it. And what she sang was not, I was feeling hungry, hungry, like Charlene does. Helen decided to sing out and sing hungry. Okay, here's the nasal ah again. It's hungry, huh, not ha. There's a big intimacy difference there. So you're wanting to make your partner know that you were feeling hungry. But again, I wasn't there for the lead vocals. I've been fired, okay. But the difference in what that song would have sounded like would have been absolutely incredible. Now, some of you may say, look, Helen's deceased and this isn't really fair, John. Well, actually, I would have told this story years before. I had just kind of wiped it out of my mind at the moment, and I didn't spend any time thinking about it. But now I have just seen that Helen Reddy movie that was made about her life, and boom, this story came back for me to tell you. So last but not least, I'm going to give you a sample of Hungry, which I recorded with Frida Payne. Now, Frida wanted to sing out, and, well, you know, singers like to sing. They like to show their chops. So you're going to hear Frida do it as well, but she's pushing it too hard. So in essence, Frida's doing exactly the same thing Helen did. She's pushing it. And I don't think it works. But I wasn't going to step in on it and try again. I just thought, if this is what Frida wants to do, this is what we're going to do. And I just let it rest, okay? Could I have asserted myself and tried for a different interpretation? Yes. Of course I could have. But we were in the middle of 10 tracks and 3 months of recording and prior preparation, and I just figured this isn't going to be our single, so I'm not going to spend time picking this apart with her. I'm just going to let her do her thing. So that's how Frida ended up singing Hungry, because I brought it to her. And then the little postscript of all of this is, once Frida's version was done and I knew I wasn't happy with it, I sent the song to Crystal Gale's producer in Nashville, and I said she would just be perfect. Crystal Gale could sing this with such softness and emotion, and she would just get the pathos in it. It is ideal for her. And her producer wrote back and said, I'll paraphrase, I'm writing most of her material, John, and thanks but no thanks. So I struck out with Hungry 3 separate times. first with Helen Reddy, second with Frida Payne, and third trying to get it to Crystal Gayle. My fantasy, my life fantasy, would be to sit around a piano with Crystal Gayle, even at our age now, and just have her sing it with piano and voice only, and just hear Crystal Gayle singing I Was Feeling Hungry. End of story. Okay, guys, thanks for listening. You take care, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.